What's up, everyone? It's your boy Don Flash coming at you from work as usual. So for today's video, we're going to be playing the elevator game. Now, originally, I wanted to post each individual attempt as their own video, but I filmed myself quite a few times playing this game, and plus, each attempt is only like 2 to 3 minutes long, so rather than post a bunch of short videos, I'd rather just post a couple of like decent length videos instead. So I combined a bunch of attempts into each video, just so that way the video is a little bit longer and has a little bit more content to it, kind of thing. But anyway, this video right here has attempts 1, 2, and 3. If you want to see attempts 4 plus 5, just let me know and I'll make that happen. But before we get into the videos, I'm just going to briefly describe what the elevator game is for those of you that don't already know what it is. So the elevator game is one of those supernatural games that they say you should never play, and I highly recommend you do not play this game. But if you choose to play this game, play at your own risk. Now, the elevator game originated in Korea. I'm not sure if it's North or South Korea. I just know it's some part of Korea that this game originated in. Now, in this game, you enter an elevator. You must be in a building with at least 10 stories or more, first of all. And you have to be by yourself. This is not going to work, but if you're with somebody else or if like someone gets on while you're playing the game, you have to be by yourself throughout the whole duration of the game. So if someone gets on in the middle of the game while you're playing the game, you have to start all over again, or else it won't work. So how it works is you enter a certain set of numbers in a certain order, and if you do this properly, they say this elevator will take you to another dimension. Now, they say the dimension this elevator takes you to is just like our world. It looks the exact same, just the things are a lot darker and there are no people there. You're the only person in that dimension, which is kind of creepy if you ask me. Now, the numbers and the order you want to enter them in is 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5, and 1. You want to enter those numbers in that order. If you do it correctly, then they say it'll take you to another dimension. So how this game works is you enter the elevator from the ground level or the lobby or whatever by yourself, like we stated. Then you enter those numbers we called out. So you hit the number for floor, the number for 4 once the elevator doors start opening up. You hit the number for 2 once the elevator doors come down to 2 and they start opening up. You hit the number for 6 and so on and so forth. Now, if you do this correctly, regardless or not, if you do this correctly, well, actually, chances are this happens and you've done something correctly, because I've never heard of anything of this happening to someone who hasn't done it correctly. So you've obviously done something correctly if this happens. But even if this doesn't happen, it doesn't mean you haven't done it correctly. It just means you have one less thing to worry about. So this is pretty much more of an extra thing to worry about rather than a confirmation if you've done it correctly or not. So anyway, they say by floor 5, you may or may not see a woman. I'm not sure if she's supposed to be young or middle-aged or whatever, but a woman entered the elevator. Now, please be aware this is not an actual woman. It's a demonic entity disguised as a woman. Now, they say this woman, she'll come off as friendly. She may even try and trick you, like trying to pretend to be someone you know, or like trying to she'll try and engage you in any way possible. Please be aware, do not talk to her, do not speak to her, do not look at her, do not acknowledge that she's here, pretty much pretend that she is not there at all, even though, I know this may be kind of hard, but pretend she's not there at all. She may, get angry that you're ignoring her, she may start screaming, but, you gotta, pretend that she's not there at all. Whatever you do, pretend she is not there at all, because if you acknowledge her, they say she may try and take you as her own, which you do not want. Anyway, so from here, you press the button for floor 1, and 2 things may happen. The elevator can go up or down. If the elevator goes down like it should, regardless if the woman's in the elevator or not, exit the elevator immediately. Do not look back. Exit the building and everything. Don't look back or anything like that. That's if the elevator goes back down to floor 1. It just pretty much means the ritual didn't work. Let's say the elevator goes up to floor 10 instead of floor 1, then it means the ritual has worked and you are now in the other world. You have 2 options from here. You can either stay in the elevator and just keep tapping the 1 button until the elevator goes back down to floor 1, or you can choose to get out and explore. Please note, if you choose to get out and explore, you have to come back. You have to use the same elevator you used to get there to come back home. Meaning, if you took elevator A to get there, elevator A is the only elevator that's able to take you back home. B and C will not be able to take you back home. Also, if you choose to get out and explore the other world, you have to enter the same combination once you get back in the elevator that you used to get there to get back home. So the same 4262 combination we talked about earlier. Now, please note that If the elevator does go to the 10th floor, regardless if you stay in or you get out and explore, when you come down to the first floor, things may or may not seem right. If they seem right and like everything seems normal, then exit, don't look back. The same thing we talked about, like if the ritual doesn't work. Let's say things don't feel normal, do not leave the elevator. Stay in the elevator and enter the same combination again, and do this as much times as possible until things feel like the way that they should feel. Trust me, everyone knows how things should feel. You'll know when things are right and when things aren't right. So you just keep doing that until things feel right. And then, yeah, once the elevator gets to the ground and everything feels right, you same thing, exit, leave, and like, don't look back or whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much the game for the most part. If you want a more detailed explanation on the rules and like advice and stuff like that when playing the game, I highly recommend researching it online because I did a shitty job of explaining it just now. I was trying to like explain it as fast as possible, but like, yeah, if you really want to play this game, I would suggest doing some further research online first. But either way, I strongly recommend you don't play a game like this. But even if you do, then oh well. In all honesty, I'll leave the decision up to you whether you play the game or not, but like my recommendations would be not to play a game like this. Sorry about the long intro. I took a little bit longer than I wanted to explaining the game, but without further ado, let's get down to it.
Fourth floor. Second floor. Sixth floor. Second floor. Tenth floor. Fifth floor. Lobby. Fourth floor. Second floor. Sixth floor. Fourth floor. Fifth floor. Lobby. Fourth floor. Second floor. Sixth floor. Second floor. Tenth floor. Fifth floor. Lobby.
So there you guys have it, the elevator game. Like I said, if you want to see parts 4 plus 5, just let me know and I'll make that happen. As you can see, the game didn't work for me, so I'm not gonna go ahead and say the game's bullshit or the game doesn't work. I'm just gonna come to the conclusion that the game didn't work for me. There have been documented cases on the internet, and well, yeah, pretty much a lot of people posting on the internet about them playing the game and it actually working for them, which is why I'm not gonna jump to conclusions and say the game doesn't work. But then again, these people can be bullshitting. I have no way of telling whether they're bullshitting or not. But I would like to think they're not bullshitting. But there is one famous case, the Elisa Lam Incident. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can research this. I'm gonna try and keep this short, so I won't go into too much details about it. But people are speculating that she played the elevator game before she went missing. For more details, I'll try and leave a link in the description about the Elisa Lam incident. But yeah, that's a famous documented case concerning these kind of games. I'm pretty sure that's how the elevator game became famous, was because of that incident anyway. But anyway, so it didn't work for me. That doesn't mean it's a safe game though. It's still dangerous. I still wouldn't recommend you play this game. If you do happen to play this game, please take caution and do the proper research before you play this game. And play this. Make sure you go in prepared. Like do not go in this hoping to improvise and stuff like that. That is not. I would not recommend you do that. I mean, like if you want to, you can, but honestly, it's not worth it. Like, but anyway, so yeah, it didn't work for me. If you choose to play this game, hopefully you get the same results I did. If you don't, then I wish you the best of luck. And until next time, my name is Don Flash. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.